how we doing today? Alright. So first I want to bring up, if I can get the thing on here. That is the medication I'm taking. Naltrexone. I think that's how it's pronounced, naltrexone. Anyway, the reason I bring that up is I've been having kidney pain for 10 days now, but yet I quit taking that medication, 4 or 5 days ago, and yet I've been flushing my system with a lot of water, just a lot of water. Been drinking sugar-free Gatorade, a little bit of milk, whatnot. Well, needless to say, the kidney pain has gone down. When the doctors always talk scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, where you at? I literally went from a 10 down to a 2 on the pain scale. So I'm sitting back going, what do I do? Called up the pharmacy, asked him, does this medication cause kidney pain? And he says, not that I'm aware of, but let me check. And the pharmacist, he's going through all the side effects, this, that, and whatever else. He says, there's nothing here indicating that it'll cause kidney pain. But he said, you're like the third or fourth person that, well, I can't really say that. I've been told that I'm not the only one that, may have this issue. There may be others, I don't know. Anyway, it sounds like it may or may not happen with kidney pain more than just me. Not guaranteed. A lot of people don't step forward, they just go right to the hospital and, hey, guess what? This stubborn old goat, I take after daddy. That ain't a good thing in this case. Stubborn as can be, and I won't go in. Daddy, you wouldn't go to a doctor unless you had to, and even then you wouldn't go in. Of course, too, there's a whole new backstory to why he didn't do what he did. Not that I should learn from him, but, I should go in. I don't know. I always wait until the last damn minute when paramedics gotta come and haul me away. How I am. Anyway, it's not why I'm here. Oh, it's part of the reason, just a little reason. Anyway, I got a package in the mail. Package from China. Literally, I got this package from China today. And the reason I want to do an unboxing of this is because I got me something that's cool. You have to keep them. Don't know what I'd use them for, but I may have to keep them. Anyway. Come on. The reason I wanted to show you is because I found something online. Rings. Trust me, they're rings. Oh, gee, many crickets. But I got some cool ones. At least I feel they're cool. Tell you what, I'm gonna, well, let's see it. Still got 10 minutes, so bear with me, y'all. I don't exactly feel like hurrying up. And as I said before, I rush for nobody, not even myself. Place could be burning up and I'd still be like, you know what? Back door is just right over yonder. I don't give it in. These particular rings are glass. Hate that when I get the wrong side. So what I did is get this, I ordered up 100 rings, right? There is a spot. Must be from manufacturing. Little bubble. So what happened is, I went on eBay, ordered up 100 of these glass rings from China for $16.99 plus tax. I'm figuring that's a good deal. Sweetheart deal. And Mom's choking in the background. Smoker's cough. That's her MO. Heavy smoker for like 40 years. 35 years. Anyway, I figure for $16.99 for 100 rings, how can I go wrong? That's practically pennies on the dollar. Like, what, 20 cents a piece? Or less? 7 cents? I don't know. Anyway, Mom had to come in here, talk to me for a minute. She, had medication that I picked up. Brother and I picked up for her. I took him to work. This way, I can have the vehicle to myself. We just got the one vehicle right now. And he currently isn't driving. If he ever chooses to discuss that, I'll let him do it. Not my place to discuss his business with anybody, but, you know, I let him be the judge, jury, executioner, whatever, on what he wants to tell about his life. I guess I look at it, it's not my place to tell people somebody else's business, you know. I'm not one to do that. If somebody wants to share something about their life, they'll do it. You know, I don't think it's right for me to sit here and tell people, well, this is what's going on, you know. If it's my life, I'll share what I want. If it's his life, I'm going to let him do it. But yeah, $16.99 for 100 rings. And the sad thing is, I'm going to make a mint off of these. I personally sell rings like that for $7.99 per ring. So, you know, I get $7.99 per ring all day, every day. Twice on Sunday. And with there being 100 rings, that's a good markup. At least I feel it is. I can't complain. The little space I've got that I sell jewelry in, Moorhead Center Mall, y'all. Moorhead, Minnesota. There is FM. Okay, let's try this again. FM Antiques and More. That's what the store is called. FM Antiques and More. Now, the space I've got is $25 a month. Cheap rent. You figure $25 a month, that's less than $1 a day. Practically, you're talking like, what, 80 or 90 cents? 90, right around 85, 90 cents per day running costs just for me to have that space. Now, on top of selling rings, the space, I've got 3 trays of rings, right? Each tray holds, I want to say 25 rings, roughly. 20 rings, right in that bracket. Now, the thing about it is, when I put rings out, I still have a little bit of space to where I can put a couple of little trinkets here and there, and it's not going to crowd the space. It'll fill the space up, but it's not going to be crowded. It's not going to be so full that it just looks horrible. So what I do is I take little, I don't have anything nearby to show, but I take little trinkets, like a piece of depression glass that's like, looks like a, back in the day they had the butter trays that you'd stick on the table, where it would have like a little lid to it. Sometimes it was just the tray, no lid. But it was like the one I got out, it's for a stick of butter. But you stick it out, put your butter on it, there's no lid to it. And that I'm selling for $1. Ain't much money, but there's not much of a demand for it. Then I'd put out, like, I've got a little elf. Santa Claus elf, you know? It's not Santa Claus, but it's a little elf that would be with Santa Claus. Had a little candy cane in his hand. I've got something like, well, I've got that out. 35 cents. Why? Because it doesn't command much money. If I really wanted to, I could push for 50 cents on it. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do a fire sale on some of the merchandise I've got. And just blow it out the door. Done deal. I'm making a little bit of money. And a lot of this trinkets that I'm putting with the rings, I bought at auctions before. I've gone to many auctions over the last probably 8 years. I've got thousands of items. Just probably about, I don't know how many, but I got a lot. So my attitude is, the small stuff, put out, and do a little fire sale, so to speak, on it. Sell it for, you know, pennies on the dollar, whatever. People want to buy it and flip it on eBay. That's really on them. You know, don't matter to me. Some of that stuff I picked up, there is times I'll literally pick up like a half a table, you know, 4 feet of table for like $2, $3. And yet I can sell that stuff for like a couple $100 if I really wanted to. But a lot of times I'm like, well, if I pick up a half a table for $2, I'm going to see if I can get 20 or 30 out of it. Couple beautiful blue rings. And yes, I will make a deal with people. If you see rings you like, I don't need $7.99 a ring. I need enough for cost of shipping and enough to make it worth my time to